the athletic department and administration at Loudonville High School. We would like to welcome you to senior night. Tonight we will be recognizing our senior basketball athletes. Our senior athletic club. Together associate's degree in nursing. Her favorite basketball memory was winning the district title her sophomore year here at home with her team. Maddie would like to thank all of her coaches who helped her by staying late after practice or opening the gym for some extra practice time. Corri and Matt for letting her do the mic check before every game, and Ashley for checking to see if she's hurt. Also to her family for coming to all of the games, and all of her teammates for supporting her the past 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Maddie Klein.
senior night here at Loudonville as the Lady Redbirds honor their one lone senior, Maddie Klein, with all those goodies. But will it be goodies on the floor as the Lady Birds take on the Lady Freddies of Fredericktown in a tournament tune-up? We got all the action coming your way on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have, and it's coming your way next.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
We welcome you inside the Shrivers Pharmacy pregame show here from the Birdcage on the campus of Loudonville High School in Loudonville, Ohio for senior night. As the fans are out here to honor one Maddie Klein. Travis Berardi here alongside the CEO, the Presidente. Does everything, Brian Skoronsky, and quite a lot going on here this evening for the Lady Birds.
I'll tell you what, if you like girls that sport some Lady Redbirds that are going to rock that brand, you're going to enjoy tonight's basketball game. As you mentioned, it's senior night, so Maddie Klein, a very loved and respected athlete here at this school, going to be going toe-to-toe with the Freddies, who in their own right starting to come alive here, winners of 3 straight. So I think we're in for an excellent night of basketball and potentially some history going to be made here inside of the Birdcage.
Let's take a look at our team spotlight first. For those Lady Freddies, they've been coming on as of late here. 7-13. They finished 3-9 in the KMAC. However, you know, they're back to almost 100% with their starters, but it wasn't enough before the seeding process. They're the 24th seed in Division III in the Central 2 District, and their first test is at #1 Worthington Christian. But offensively, 43.6, that's come up from the mid-30s at the start of the year. Defensively at 45, and their shooting as well has been getting better, Brian.
They've received such a lift with their lone senior as well, so both of these clubs just have one 12th grader that are on the roster. They're going to be loaded for years to come. But Grace Sipes, since she's come back from that ankle injury, the offense has looked completely different. She brings a swagger and a confidence to this group that just allows them to elevate themselves out on the floor, and she's a dynamic scorer, averaging in double figures. So look for her to try to push the pace here tonight and get the offense moving for the Lady Freddies.
And she's helping out one of the mainstays on this squad the whole season, and that is one Callie Carpenter for the Lady Freddies. She is the KMAC leading scorer right now, 15 points per game, 2.8 assists, 2.9 steals, and she's shooting over 30% from 3, Brian. She does it all, and she was, actually we saw her as we were walking in just chilling outside. It was really nice weather we've had so far, but because they had a conference championship 8th grade game beforehand and a JV game, she's out there just focused, ready to go for a game tonight.
And watching what was a front yard football game and wanted to jump in with the little guys and showcase that she too is an athlete, and she's just such a likable player and just all-around stud talent. So she's got the best footwork on the team, according to her head coach, Tim Maseko. Look for Carpenter to be a huge impact player tonight, as she's been all season long, and just a sophomore. So this is a girl that's going to continue to progress and get better week after week, game by game. She's going to be a huge difference maker if the Lady Freddies are going to compete tonight.
And now let's look on the other side of things for the Lady Redbirds of Loudonville High School. Right now 15-5. They are the Mid-Buckeye Conference champs. 6-0. They had a couple teams drop their second game with them, or they would have probably gone 8-0. Under head coach Tyler Bates, they are the number 7 overall seed in the Division III Worcester District. They'll take on Canton South right here for a sectional title. Offensively, scoring 54 points. Defensively, under 40. That's exactly what you want to do. And shooting-wise, looking pretty good as well.
Yeah, when you look at their balance in terms of what they do defensively versus the offensive output, this has been a dominant ball club. You look at the schedule, they aren't challenged all the time because of some of the non-conference games they have and playing within the NBC, a conference that they have dominated since it formed about a half decade ago. So this is a Birds team that when they can pick up teams like this K-Mac squad from the Freddies, they like being able to get a test from outside the area to kind of see what they're made of. But this is a squad that's gotten better from week 1 of the season to where they are now.
And they have one of the best players, not only in our area, but I think in all of Division III. And that is one Corri Vermilya, who only a few people know about this right now, but she is 1 point away from setting, let me be quiet about this, setting the all-time scoring record here at Loudonville High School tonight, and she is 13 points away from 1,600, and she's just a junior ski, averaging 29.8, 12.9 rebounds, and 6.8 steals.
She is such a rare talent, and what I love most is the fact that we did get asked to keep this on the hush. Tyler Bates said that she has no idea that she is going to break the record just 1 point away. So Corri definitely is going to live in Redbird lore forever. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how they're going to honor her. I don't think that they're going to do what they did in the case of LeBron James, who became the NBA scoring leader.
Yeah.
They are going to wait until after the game. For that young lady right there, I think you could even say that she's one of the best players in the entire state, regardless of division. When you just watch her play, she reminds me of a praying mantis. Just the way, not only that she kind of even moves, but just her killer instinct and ability to go after the basketball. Almost 7 steals per game. That's absurd. That's unheard of. And that means that she's getting out on the fast break, creating her own points, cashing in defense, in for offense. Corri Vermilya, one of the very best in all of the state of Ohio. And as you alluded to, just a junior, so she'll be back again next year to top 2,000, and only about 40 girls have done that in the history of the state.
Almost ready for the playing of the national anthem. We also want to let you guys know they're doing some internet fixes here at Loudonville High School. We're going off of Ski's hotspot right now, so if we do start buffering, we apologize. But if we can get through the game, if we get a good game for you, we'll have it out. But if not, we'll re-upload it later tonight. But we had to be here no matter what. Don't matter about the internet, because it's going to be such a special game here, possibly for Corri Vermilya and company. So we had to be here no matter what.
Yeah, I don't think there's any possibly about it. Of course, she's going to break SIBO's record just 1 point away, and when you average 30, that's going to come pretty quick in the contest. And I just think it's a good matchup when you look at Fredericktown starting to play hot, as mentioned, with their senior leader back, and coming here on the road in the Birdcage, a tough place to win. An environment, small gym, where there's definitely some home secret sauce here.
Actually, they're going to do game balls, so we can stick it here for a little bit. But Brian, let's talk about the Lady Freddies here under head coach Tim Maseko. Like we said, they've had some injuries throughout the season, but they're finally getting it together. You know, he wishes that they had been 100% maybe a week or two earlier, because that could have helped out their district seeding, and maybe they wouldn't be taking on the #1 team. But a game like this, it could help them get ready for Worthington Christian.
Had a great one-on-one conversation with Coach Maseko on Tuesday night, and he definitely echoed what you said, just that he hates that the tournament draw comes with 2 or 3 weeks left in your regular season. And I couldn't agree more. Ever since I moved to Ohio and I started covering sports, I've never really understood why you're seeding teams before their full complement of games are in the book. So they didn't deserve the seeding that they got when you look at how they are playing now. However, that's how the chips fell, and all you can do is just try to keep building on the momentum that you already have flowing in your favor, and the regular season with a couple of more wins, and then go into that Worthington Christian game feeling like you've got a big shot at taking down the #1 seed. But it all starts here tonight on the road in a place that's going to be packed out, as the community is so invested and involved, which turns me to my next point. Quick shout out to all the generous sponsors who jumped on board. We didn't decide we were going to do this game until yesterday when we got reached out by Coach Bates, who said, hey, we've got a senior on the team who's going to be recognized, and also Corri could do something special. And then within just a matter of a few hours, plenty of area businesses jumped on board here in Loudonville to help bring you this broadcast live and free.
And we also want to thank the Loudonville Chamber of Commerce. We contacted them earlier for sponsors, and they said, well, we usually don't do sponsorship, but we'll throw out a blast out to everybody around the area, and immediately we got everything filled out today. And also I heard that some sponsors as well want to sponsor a tournament basketball run, so we got some Lady Birds basketball coming up for the next couple of weeks as we get into tournament time. But the sponsors today, CES Credit Union, Frito Lay, Moo Design Co, Park National Bank, Bartman Outdoor Vehicles, and Shrivers Pharmacy. Everybody sponsoring the game tonight, so thank you very much. But now, let's head it down to the floor for the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Just about ready to go here from the Bird Cage. Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skoronsky. And now let's take a look at our keys to the victory, Brian. And first, for the Lady Freddies. And mine, well, got to ground Vermilya. You got to shut her down, keep her under her average to give your guys a chance to get the victory. And then you, the balance buckets.
Just spread the wealth. This is a team that doesn't really have a star like a Corri Vermilya that you know that you can key on and try to throw some double teams, box and ones in specific zones that are geared towards slowing them down. So just if you can get about 3 girls to get into double-figure scoring, have a few others drop some bombs, get some big offensive rebounds, and make contributions, I think that can go a long way to helping them get a win.
And now let's take a look at the starters for the Lady Freddies. Kit Bellman, Grace Sipes, Callie Carpenter, Jill Boughton, and Ella Boughton. This is a young squad, like I said, starting to get it together, but this is a team that you're going to be a force to be reckoned with in the next couple of years with all these young players.
And just a fun, likable group, too, for being a really young, inexperienced group that didn't have a ton of varsity minutes under their belt heading into this season. But, man, are they going to have their hands full with that young lady right here.
And now let's take a look at the keys to victory for the homestanding Lady Birds of Loudonville High School. Mine established balance. I was talking to Coach Bates before the game, and he said, you know, we got Corri. We have a couple other players that average about 7 or 8 points, but we need more balance here in order to get ourselves ready for the tournament because, you know, Corri's going to get double teamed and you're going to need somebody else to get it. So that's mine, but yours, allow greatness and let Corri eat.
You know what I say to Coach Tyler? Nonsense. Give it to your best player. Get out the way. She's one of the most special talents that I have seen in the girls game, period, since I've been covering high school sports. for about 13 years in and around this area. She's unbelievable on both ends of the floor. And in the sport of basketball, one player can have such a significant impact. That's what Tyler's allowed this young lady, number 2, to do her entire career, is just go cook with the salt each and every night. So just let Corri take over, and the rest will fall in its place.
And there is the Loudonville lineup as we are underway here from the Birdcage. Fredericktown wins the tip, and that's shot by Jill Boughton out of bounds, and it will go the other way as we are underway here from the cage.
And even though Jill Boughton is basically listed as their center on the roster to her power forward, that's where she likes to play, is on the perimeter. So you'll see her put up a couple of more three-pointers as the night grows along.
Three-quarter court press by Fredericktown. Nearly stolen away, but we're going to get a foul.
And it's going to go on Grace Sipes, so that's going to be a tough break for them. You don't want number 10 to get in foul trouble.
So that's her the first foul of the game. Vermilya gets the inbounds as Fredericktown will back it out. They're going to go man-to-man. And that's an offensive foul. Moving screens you'll see on the Bartman Outdoor Vehicles replay. Liberty Gerhardt originally had the screen, but then she started to spin out of it early, and that's your moving screen. Lady Freddies across the timeline quickly. Sipes, double team, somehow gets through it though. Right side the Carpenter, she'll try a 3, just off the front iron, no good. Offensive rebound. Saved and stays with the Lady Freddies. Carpenter to Sipes. Sipes drives it in the lane, puts it up, no good. Rebound to Fredericktown, but turned it over. A lot going on there. Freddies score first.
Yeah, nobody really looking to seize control of the action there on that possession. And how about this? Grace jumping in the passing lane. Bodies hitting the deck. Corri coming away with it for her team. A hustle effort to retain the possession.
And Carpenter is hurt in the backcourt. So we'll see.
And, I mean, this is a really tough girl. So the fact that she's asking for quick breather here to kind of collect herself lets
here
you know
comes
that
right now. Just Vermilya diving for the ball, kind of leaned into her, and I see why Coach Maseko was pointing at the ref, saying no call there. Nonetheless, it looked like Carpenter a little shaken up, but she's able to go on her own to the bench, and hopefully she'll be back in.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. Look for her to get a little breather, and I guarantee we see her back in the action here in the first quarter.
Klein gets it over to Jenna Williams. Now to Vermilya, left side. Baseline, kicks it across. Nearly out of bounds, but deflects out, and will stay with Loudonville here with just over a minute and a half gone by in the opening quarter on the Moo Design scoreboard. Inbounds, Vermilya up and good, and there it is. Corri is now the all-time leading scorer in Loudonville history. She needed 1. She got 2 to start, and there it is.
What an awesome, awesome thing to be able to witness here. And, again, she has no idea, folks, so kind of keep the secret along with us. And then after the game, she's going to be honored with a cool ceremony. And we'll have that all for you live and free.
Lady Birds get the rebound, but they turn it over again. Into the lane of Sipes, rejected by Vermilya.
Wow.
Yeesh. But this Fredericktown press is really causing problems so far for Loudonville. Vermilya is going to jump back for 3, deep one off the back iron. Boughton with the rebound.
As a freshman, great rebounder, up around 7 per contest. And a decent feed inside, but it's going to go off the hands there and out of bounds over to Loudonville.
And there is the record-breaking bucket. Kind of a fadeaway 1 foot like another person we saw break a record a couple nights ago. That 1 foot fadeaway, a little bit closer to the bucket this time, but congratulations, Corri Vermilya, the all-time leading scorer.
Except for in that other case that you mentioned, I think there was a little bit more known by the player who scored. He was more aware than Corri is tonight.
Vermilya with the first 4. It's 4-2. Sipes drives left, loses the handle, turns it over, and then a foul. We take a look at the second bucket by Vermilya. That's going to be Grace Sipes' second foul. And she's going to have to check out here for a little bit.
Number 3, Gracie Lester.
Gracie Lester will have to check in for her.
You know, and that's a huge loss, of course, because she's the only senior on the roster. She provides such great leadership for them, and she's a difference maker in terms of just being active, penetrating, being able to kick out, find open shooters, and also can get to the cup herself. One of only 2 players averaging in double-figure scoring for the Lady Freds.
Coach Maseko wanted a timeout before the inbounds, didn't get it, and it pays off for him. Bouton to the lane, too strong, offensive board. Bryant with a shot, too strong, but a third attempt goes.
And that's the freshman Ella Bouton. She's really emerged as about the second-best playmaker on the roster. Nice take, though, at the other end. How about that? Pretty scoop shot.
And we'll get a stoppage, so we'll get a chance to look at it.
Yeah, just great footwork, and then it was pretty good defense, too, by Bouton coming over and getting a hand in her face. Just an excellent, excellent finish.
Sophie Spangler.
And what's interesting about Sophie, she's actually the second leading scorer for the Lady Freddies, but she's one of those microwave type of players where she comes in and she's instant offense off of the bench, so not even a starter, and almost averages 9 points per contest.
And that also goes into what needed balance from your starters. Only 2 players averaging, well, however, those 2 starters are averaging 35 points a game. But if Vermilya were to have a rare off night, you're going to need a couple other players to pick it up. So these 2 at least help a little bit. And that's going to be a foul behind the play going against Jill Bouton. That'll be her third. That'll be the team's third, her first. Couple more substitutions for the Lady Birds. Addison Wolford and Alicia Felix in. 8 players already in here in the first 4 minutes for Loudonville.
And this is nice tournament tune-up for them to try to find a little bit of depth.
Felix with the offensive board puts it back and in. 8-4. Bouton. Left side to Kit Bellman, now out to Jill. Great defense there, and it's going to be a turnover. Talking about Fredericktown's defense, now Loudonville starting to pick it up, getting the Lady Freddies frustrated.
Both of these defensive units, that's what they're trying to do, speed up the other offense, force them into some careless mistakes, and we've seen that both offenses have been willing to play ball in that regard.
Spangler turns it over inside the lane, and Fredericktown a chance to make this back to a 1-possession game. Bouton into the lane, right-handed scoop, no good, deflected out, and it'll go to Loudonville with 3:14 left here in the quarter.
I like seeing Ella, though, be aggressive there. She saw an opening, she took it in. That's a shot that typically she'll probably make more than 50% of the time.
Wolford gets it over to Spangler as she crosses the timeline. Closely guarded by Gracie Lester. Under 3 to play opening quarter, 8-4, Lady Birds leading. Nice pass left side, blocked by Bouton though. However, she kicks it right back out for a 3-point attempt, no good. Another rebound.
So a third opportunity here at developing some points offensively, and Spangler with a nice leave off, see if they can get some here. So it's going to be a tie-up.
Yeah, she had probably a better look by herself to take it, but playing selfless basketball gave it off. Turns into a jump ball. Callie Carpenter back into the game, so that's a very good sight for Coach Maseko and the Lady Freddies. Strauss will check in and give Williams a break. Wolford, nice dish inside, layup good. Strauss with her first points. 10-4. Quickly ahead, Ella Bouton. Into the corner, double team, skips it back to Jill. Now to Kit Bellman, she turns it over.
Yeah, Vermilya just read the eyes right there, jumped in front, and this is what she does so well in transition.
But Boughton gets a deflection, but can't get control, and we'll get a foul.
A couple block shots already here for Jill Boughton, and she knows how to use that length very well in the paint on the defensive end of the floor.
Lady Birds get it in. Spangler, top of the key. Gets the backdoor cut, but a little too strong out of the hands of Vermilya, and it's a turnover. Both teams the 4 turnovers in the first 6 minutes of this game. Full court pressure now for Loudonville. The 1-2-2 moving press, and it's broken easily by Boughton. Carpenter, top of the key. She's going to drive it right. Scooped, but blocked by Spangler. Back ahead come Loudonville. Kicks it right side, nearly turned it over, but into the hands of Vermilya for 3. Off the front iron. Offensive rebound. Put back, no good. And we'll get a jump ball, and it'll go to Fredericktown. Fast-paced first quarter, Ski.
And that's why both of these teams are utilizing their bench so much, because the up and down and the defensive pressure on both sides, you know, it's been at maximum full throttle basically the entire duration of this first quarter. So I think a quality timeout taken here, catch your breath, and push hard here these last 94 seconds of the first.
Hayden Gray watching in from the YouTubes. Shelby 41, Ontario 21 at the start of the third quarter.
Ooh.
So Shelby on its way to clinching a share of its 5th MOAC championship. Hello to Becky Spots. Go Birds. Go Birds and Miss Vermilya and Christine Lindman, my apologies. Let's go Freddies. As of right now, looking like our stream is going well as well. So thank you all for sticking with us.
Yeah,
Carpenter.
keep dropping us some comments. We love making you a part of the game, and that's what makes the OH Report fun, is that back and forth. You're just as much a part of this as we are, as we get a reach-in foul here on Corri. Freddies will take it out here at about midcourt.
That's her first. Team second. Carpenter gets the inbound as we go under 90 seconds left. Spins around, and we're going to get a bump foul against Loudonville. Take a look at where it was, and yeah, you see the push off there right at the beginning. That's going to go against Felix. Inbounds to Carpenter. 1:15 left in the quarter. Loudonville leading by 6. Bryant, skip past the Boughton. Straight ahead now for Maya. Looking backdoor instead, Carpenter will back it out with a minute left. Jill, straight ahead to Kit Bellman, now to Maya Bryant. She tried driving in, she's triple teamed. We'll get a jump ball and a turnover. It'll go to Loudonville with 51.1 left.
Another promising freshman, though, for the Lady Freddies that they like to get into the mix. And typically when Bryant's on the floor, she generates second and third chance opportunities for the offense. That time, trying to take it in, matters into her own hands, and just got tied up as she got into the lane.
Lady Birds right side, and we'll get a foul and 2 shots. The first free throws of the game are going to come up for Addison Wolford. Jill Boughton called for her second foul. The team's 5th. First free throw good. Wolford 9 of 20, now 10 of 21 from the charity stripe this season. 1 of 2, ball knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Loudonville, so they get a break there with 36.9. Inbounds to Vermilya. It's like a free throw for her, but too strong. Quickly out comes Fredericktown, 2 seconds left in the quarter. Give and go to Bryant. She puts it up. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Good offensive set there, Ski.
It was a nice decision, too, by Bryant. She showed the screen, saw that she could make a nice cut. Solid entry pass, and here she is at the free throw line, a chance to chip away at the 7-point deficit.
Missed the first off the side iron. Second free throw gets the friendly bounce. 17 seconds left. Vermilya, three-quarter court away from the bucket. Nearly walked, but gets it away. Felix now with it. 8 seconds. Backdoor cut. Vermilya layup. Good. Great possession there for Loudonville. Ball deflected, stolen at the buzzer, no good, but that's how the first quarter is going to end. We played one here at the Birdcage. Loudonville leading by 8.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
There she is, the all-time leading scorer in Loudonville girls basketball and possibly boys basketball history. I'm going to have to check up with that, but Corri Vermilya.
Yeah, what an accomplishment, because she still has so much more basketball yet to be played. As just a junior, she'll be back next season. Definitely the anticipation is that she'll join that 2,200-point club that only 35 girls so far have eclipsed in the history of Ohio basketball.
Carpenter starts the second with a 3. Makes it a 5-point game. Couple misses on both ends. And Carpenter will start the Fredericktown possession. Gets it inside to her. Behind the head layup, no good. Rebound to Loudonville. That's a tough shot. We tried that when we were practicing with Northmore, and those behind the back layups are not easy. Vermilya tried answering. Missed it, but an offensive board. Klein into the lane, kicks it back out. They'll try another 3. Too strong, no good. Rebound to Grace Hypes.
And this is not a great three-point shooting team. They're about 27% on the season, but they're volume shooters from downtown. Sometimes they'll get streaky, knock down a few in a row. Not on that possession.
Great hands inside by Wolfert. She knocks it out of bounds.
In the game for the Freddies, number 33, William Rose.
Defense has been the name of the game thus far, as both teams very frustrated. Haven't been able to get into a flow thus far.
And Sipes back into the mix with those 2 fouls now for Coach Tim's club. So we'll see what type of spark she can provide here. Left alone from downtown.
Woo, banks are open here on a Thursday evening. It's Thursday, right? Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, it's Thursday. Tournament time, I don't even know what day it is. I just know there's games. We're getting to that point. Nice pass inside, but just a little short. And Fredericktown now have a chance to tie or take the lead.
Done a nice job of just hanging around. And here they are with Sipes to the cup. Too hard off the square, but a second opportunity third opportunity there.
Number 21, Liberty Gerhardt, for second foul.
Take a look at that replay.
Lillian Rose at the line for the Freddies.
So to the line for the Freddies, Lillian Rose makes it a 1-point game.
Lillian played significant minutes in the junior varsity contest as well. A game where Fredericktown, they were getting skunked in the first quarter. I believe it was 13-0. They battled all the way back, took the lead in the fourth before dropping it at the end. But she's a girl that provides a nice big target in the lane. And even though she missed both those free throws, providing a little bit of a bump here for size on the interior.
So she goes 1 of 2 to cut it to 1. Back comes Loudonville. Vermilya with 6 points. We'll give it off to Spanglers. They'll reset with 5:30 left in the half. Gerhardt forced it inside, turned it over. That's the 5th Loudonville turnover. And Coach Bates not happy. Ball knocked around, however, they'll give it back. As you see, Coach Bates a little bit red in the face right now.
Well, it's a little warm.
And it'll stay with the Lady Birds. 5:12 left in the half. Fakes the pass on the inbounds, but gives it away. 6th Loudonville turnover. Sipes, top the key. She'll try for the lead off the back iron. Long rebound to Boughton. She'll put it up and in. Fredericktown leads 14-13. Jill Boughton with her first points of the day.
I know that's where Coach Maseko wishes that she would spend a little bit more time as working inside as Corri using that bank shot from long range.
CES Credit Union open late here. Banks are open for everybody as that's knocked out of bounds. We'll take a look at the three. Just through 2 defenders, step back, bang.
And you can't give her that type of space, though, after she was able to thread her way through those couple of would-be defenders. Too much space for a lady with that much range.
Tried forcing it into Rose, and they turn it back over. Great throw ahead, deflected out, and stays. So good hustle there by Carpenter to save that because it looked like Klein was about to get an easy bucket.
And just excellent anticipation by Corri yet again. I mean, she plays the game like she's a safety in football, just always watching the traffic switch and knowing exactly when to make her move.
Puts that one up, but too strong, and a rebound will come to Sipes. 16-14 Loudonville at the midway point of quarter number 2. Nice give and go inside the Boughton, but just misses. And it'll be a rebound to Gerhardt. Another good look for Fredericktown. So both teams now kind of settling in on offense and getting their sets going. Spangler gets it right side. That's Klein. Lost her balance, but still kicks it across to Williams and then back out to Vermilya. Gerhardt nearly turned it over, and it will be. Just an errant pass. Vermilya, though, saves things with a deflection. 2-on-2. Euro step, puts it up and off the glass and in. 11 for Vermilya. It's 18-14.
And I think that's when she's at her most dangerous, just getting downhill, going right at defenders, keeps you on your heels, and she's able to finish in such a variety of different ways.
Carpenter, she's going to try the deep three. Yes! Swish! And a timeout. Tyler Bates. You take a look at the replay. The third three by Fredericktown here in this first half. And you look at the frustration on head coach Tyler Bates' face. it seems like Loudonville's a bit of, they're out of sorts here.
I just don't think he likes how much cushion's being given to those three-point shooters out there. This is a team and a culture out here that's known for getting up in your face and challenging you defensively. And that hasn't happened on a couple of possessions. You've seen on the previous one, it cost them 3 points with Callie getting a clean look, and that's the leading scorer for her conference. She's confident for a sophomore. She steps up, she knocks it down here on the road, and got a good game going right now.
18-17 Loudonville with possession, under 3 to play in the half. Vermilya, 11 points thus far, hands it off to Wolford. Gets it inside. Scoop layup, no good, but she's fouled. She'll go to the line for 2 as we take a look at the Bartram Outdoor Vehicles replay. That'll be all about in second. And these could be 2 special free throws for Vermilya. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to jinx her. Makes the first. 12 points for her.
And she's just got a really solid shooting stroke from the free throw line, about 75% on the season.
That is her 104th made free throw. Got them both, and she now has surpassed 1,600 points for her career, and adds that with a little deflection out of bounds. But as a junior, with games remaining, Corri Vermilya at the 1,600 mark, she's getting close to 600 points, and if she can do the same thing next year, she will get over 2,200 for her career.
Yeah, just such a phenom. I mean, for her 3 years at the varsity level, she averages 24 points per game. That is absurd.
Carpenter unable to score, and Vermilya will get the ball, and then she'll get to the line, as that's the 7th foul on Fredericktown.
But as much as we talk about the scoring of Corri, and I mean rightfully so, of course, I mean that's a ton of points that she's put up. She's the leading rebounder in all of North Central Ohio at about 13 per game. She's only listed at 5'7". She's also the top stealing artist in the area as well. So such a well-rounded superstar right here, number 2.
That's just all about one, right, Brian? It's just wanting to have it more than others, even if you are the smaller player on the court.
Well, it's that, and she's just got such a great feel and anticipation. She reads the ball well off of the rim, and she does the same thing defensively. I think off of the ball, she's the best that we have in the area at deciphering where it's about to go and then jumping in there and creating havoc.
15 now for Corri. It's 22-17. Carpenter quickly across the timeline. Gets it left side to Sipes. She tries the drive, but a good answer by Wolford. Boughton's going to try it off the glass, no good. And it gets into the hands of Vermilya with 2 minutes left in the half. Step back 3, just a bit strong, but another offensive board.
Yeah, I like that shot from Corri. A little bit of a heat check. She felt that they're on a little bit of a run. She's had the hot hand at the free throw line.
And a great take to the hole. Wolford. That's her 3rd point. 24-17.
Tough shot on the move, too, especially over Jill Boughton, who's already got a couple of swats so far in the contest.
Nice pass inside. The Carpenter just rimmed out. Offensive board, put back, won't go, but it'll be free throws for Maya Bryan as you take a look at the replay.
And Maya off the bench, the leading offensive rebounder for this club, more than 2 per contest. So she consistently is providing that little jolt for this Freddies offense. Coming in and doing the tough work inside in the interior.
Maya Bryant, a 42% free throw shooter. It's 24-19.
What a rip right there by Bryant.
They have a chance to get this back once again to within 1 possession. Carpenter for 3, yes!
Bang. Love that shot from Callie, too. You can tell when she just gets that comfortable dribble that comes up where she's in rhythm. Pulled the trigger right there, her 2nd trifecta.
But guess who on the answer? Corri Vermilya with a minute left in the half. Her 17th point. And we're going to get a bump on her as well. If you take a look at the take.
Second foul on Corri as we're sub 1 minute to go here in this first half, and that's going to lead to free throws. 1-1, both teams in the single bonus right now.
Sipes to the line for a 1-1. Sipes, a 73% free throw shooter, misses the first. And the rebound will go to Loudonville. Plenty of time here for Loudonville to get back on the board. Power dribble, block. And that'll be the third on Jill Boughton. She's thrown her hands out there, but you saw her just move the hands towards the player right at the end of the block. You go straight up and down, the referees won't call it. But when you have that movement with the hands, it's going to get called. First free throw up and good for Felix, her third point.
Replacing Grace Sipes.
%32% free throw shooter.
On a
Made
tough
it for
break.
the line violation. Under a minute left. Gets it to Boughton. Closely guarded, bounces out of bounds, and it's a turnover. Just a little lackadaisical with the ball there. Gets it deflected out.
Good look at the crowd on hand here tonight for senior night inside of the Birdcage.
Took the words right out of my mouth, Ski.
Maddie Klein honored before the contest, as we showed you.
And did you see all those cookies and stuff just waiting for us out there after the game?
I assume that they mostly were for us.
Yes. Scoop layup, good. Spangler scores again. She's got 4, 29-22, 15 seconds left.
Yeah, Spangler's got a nice offensive variety in her bag.
Lester, she's going to be fouled, and that might be against Vermilya, her third, and Tyler Bates is not happy. And he might get teed up, and referee put the whistle in his mouth, but he backed away at the last second.
Looked like Tyler was going to head for the exits right there. Go blow off some steam.
That was a tough foul, to say the least, but it's going to send Gracie Lester to the line for a 1-1. She misses, and Vermilya gets the rebound.
Yeah, she's been killing it on the defensive boards here tonight, doing an excellent job of just sealing off, making sure that she's the only one who can get to it.
They can't get the shot off, and that's how the half's going to end. Loudonville holding on to the 29-22 lead. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll have the Shrivers Pharmacy halftime show right here. You're watching Girls High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
show, starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Knew as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room, room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, I don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Tonight's girls high school basketball live stream brought to you live and free right here on the OH Report, thanks to our generous sponsors, CES Credit Union. Everyone is working for your best interest at CES Credit Union, your local choice for all your financial needs. Frito Lay, we are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. Moo Design Co, laser designs with you in mind, and personalized home decor, gift, and business marketing company. Park National Bank, where you mean more. Shrivers Pharmacy. Shrivers Pharmacy wishes the Redbirds good luck and always play with heart. And Bartman Outdoor Vehicles, brand new Spartan zero-turn lawnmowers, Intimidator UTVs, and Icon golf carts, 0% down for 48-month financing options available, located in Loudonville and Mansfield. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, the Shrivers Pharmacy halftime report right here live and free on the OH Report.
Enough about me. Let's start the show, starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I blow soon, soon. Knew as a child, back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room, room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. Don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine. Don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, I don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
We welcome you inside the Shrivers Pharmacy halftime show here from the Birdcage, where your score at the half. Loudonville leading Fredericktown 29-22. Travis Berardi alongside the boss, Brian Skoronsky, and frustrating defense for both sides have kept this game low.
And Corri Vermilya, that young lady right there who became the program's all-time leading scorer tonight, also in foul trouble. She's got 3. We'll see how much that affects her moving forward here. I imagine Coach Bates has to keep her on the floor to open up this second half. But you're right. I think that the full court pressure by both of these defenses has caused just enough havoc that it's been able to get some easy points on both ends. Loudonville capitalizing a few more times, then has the counterpart here on the road. And then Corri doing what she's known for, 17 of the 29 points for her so far. Carpenter's trying to match that. She's got 9 up to this point.
And let's take a look at the stats, once again brought to you by Shrivers Pharmacy. 11 field goals to 7. However, Fredericktown able to kind of cancel that out. 4 threes to 1. Both teams about equal on the boards, 15-12 in favor of Loudonville. Turnovers about the same as well. Fouls, a couple of players in foul trouble. Jill and Ella Bout. Jill Boughton with 3, Ella Boughton with 2, Grace Seitz with 2, and then Corri Vermilya with 3. Free throw shooting, 50% for Fredericktown, 75% for Loudonville. You like that math I just did there, Ski? Such hard math.
Useful math.
But 29-22 at the break. And taking a look at some individual scores, the leaders for both sides. First, for Fredericktown, Callie Carpenter. 3 field goals, all from beyond the arc. The lead, the Lady Freddies with 9 points, and she's been the spark for this offense so far for Fredericktown. And then on the other side, Corri Vermilya, 17 points, 6 field goals, 1 of them coming from beyond the arc. She is now over 1,600 points for her career and the all-time leading scorer in Loudonville history.
Yeah, surpassing Emily Sebo, who I was told was going to be in the building tonight. I'm not sure if she is or not. I haven't spotted her. However, she's one of 6 Loudonville players that are currently playing at the next level. Corri's already committed to play at Ashland University. You have to give so much credit to Coach Tyler Bates and the job that he's done over here, putting girls into the college ranks to become athletes at the next level. It's a true treat anytime that can be the case, where you can go get your education and you can also do what you love, be an athlete.
Individual scoring for that first half by both sides. First for Fredericktown, 9 points from Carpenter, 5 from Grace Seitz, 3 from Maya Bryant, 2 from Jill and Ella Boughton, each 1 from Lillian Rose. As for Loudonville, 17 from Corri Vermilya, 2 from Sydney Strauss, 4 from Sophie Spangler, 3 from Addison Wolford, 3 from Alicia Felix. As we are underway in the third quarter, 13-5 Loudonville in the first, 17-16 Fredericktown in the second for your 29-22 score. As Vermilya misses the first shot of the second half, but it's put up, back and in as Klein gets her first points of the game, 31-22.
Yeah, good for Maddie here on senior night, getting her first bucket. Definitely never want to leave a goose egg up there.
Vermilya from deep, couldn't get it to go. Rebound out to the Lady Freddies, and they'll push it ahead. Carpenter, top of the key, spins into the lane. Euro step scooped, and she's fouled. We'll take a look at the Bartram Outdoor vehicles replay, and it looked like a bit of a reach in there. That's what they'll call it, the reach on Strauss.
Yeah, also definitely looked like she got away with the travel too. But Callie Carpenter, that's where she's most deadly, is just using that footwork in the lane. Coach Maseko, very complimentary of her, talking about the work that she puts in, and she's their best post talent too with her back to the basket because her footwork is so good, next level. But typically, we don't see her shoot a lot of threes. That's been most of her points tonight. Look for her to get a bit more aggressive here and do what we just saw on that previous possession, try to attack it to the rack with some step-throughs.
Missed the second. Shot blocked, but an offensive rebound. Vermilya puts it up and in. Tough shot for Corri. Makes it a 10-point game. 19 points for her.
Yeah, she often makes it difficult look very easy. Switching to her left hand, definitely gifted with both.
And another turnover. Klein blocked and out of bounds. Another block for the Boughton sisters.
I couldn't even tell. I think that they both got to share that one, a half each. It looked like they came over and sandwiched it. A couple of fingers from one, a couple from the other. So a co-block there for the Boughton's.
Inbound to Strauss. Picks up her dribble, kicks it cross court. Three in the air. Couldn't go. Hit about the rim 5 times before bouncing out. Back comes Fredericktown. Carpenter into the lane again. Got it stripped from behind by Vermilya, and Vermilya is going to be fouled.
Number 2, Kit Bellman.
That'll be Kit Bellman's first foul of the game. For those of you wondering why we started so late, we had a middle school championship game in the Mid-Buckeye Conference before the JV game, and it ran a little late. Congratulations, though, to the Loudonville 8th graders for winning the championship over Central Christian.
Yeah, my kid plays in that Mid-Buckeye Conference, and far and away the best team in the league all year was Loudonville at the 8th grade level, and Corri's got a younger sister who plays on that team who's going to be coming up to the varsity ranks right away, I presume, next season. So the cupboard always very full for talent here for these Lady Birds.
So, correction, it was Ella Boughton that had 3 fouls. She just picked up her 4th.
Oh,
Jill
wow.
only has 2. Vermilya, 4 of 5 from the line. Make it 4 or 6. She misses both. Rebound to Boughton. Gives it off to Sipes. As she gets across half court.
And I see that they've now switched, and Vermilya is no longer guarding Callie Carpenter with those 3 fouls, so they're trying to hide her a little bit.
It's looking like an extended 2-3 zone as well. I don't know what they're. Looks like a 2-3 zone look and a little bit of man, maybe a box and 1. But it don't matter because Carpenter's just hit her 4-3. 13 for her. It's 33-26.
Yeah, Carpenter providing most of the offense here.
Vermilya from deep, yes.
Back and forth we go with these 2 stars. Big shot, bet it right back at the other end. Corri pushing her chips in the middle after Callie did it on the other side. And this is fun. Fun watching both of these great offensive talents go back and forth.
And I love the point she gave afterwards. She hit the 3, pointed to the one that gave her the assist, and then Coach Bates calls a timeout. 36-26 here. Just underway in the 3rd quarter. Travis Berardi alongside Brian Skoronsky. Want to say hello to everybody watching out there. John Mark Young, we have the goods. You're fine now, buddy. See the message on there.
We got the bag, and we won't fumble it.
Lori Briegel, go Freddies. Marissa Cockerty. The SIBO girls are towards the front row, the right side of the gym.
Oh.
Thanks, Marissa. Keith, seems awfully late for this to be in the 1st quarter. Well, that's because, like we said, the JV game
didn't start till like 6:45.
Yep. And that was a good game as well.
Yeah, it was a great game. I talked about it a little bit in that first half. Loudonville looked like they were going to dominate and just crunch the Freddies, but they came storming back to actually take the lead in the 4th quarter after being down 13-zip at the end of the 1st.
That ball deflected out by Loudonville, so Fredericktown will get another possession here. Carpenter nearly stripped, but gives it up to Sipes. Into the lane, Grace, she's going to be fouled and will go to the line for 2. That's going to be Williams first.
Grace Sipes still not back at 100% after breaking her ankle just a couple of days before the first game of the regular season, but she's battled back, and because of her work ethic, was able to return to the court way ahead of schedule. The projections actually didn't even have her playing until maybe tournament time, so I think you got to give a lot of love out to a player like Grace Sipes for wanting to get back out there so bad that she was doing rehab several hours a day to ensure that she could get back out here and compete with her team.
She drills both of the free throws. This is her 9th game already as well. It's not like, okay, she's been back for a week. She's been back for a few weeks now, and getting quality time is, we're going to get a foul on the shot here for Vermilya.
Corri missed her last 2 free throws, incredibly uncharacteristic of her, over 70% on the season.
Foul's going to be against Sipes. That's her 3rd. First free throw. Got the bounce. 23 for Corri. Got them both. Back to a 10-point game. Back to a full court man for Loudonville. Carpenter, closely hounded by Strauss, barely gets across the timeline, hands off to Sipes. Sipes resets. And Vermilya nearly stole it, but had to throw it back into the hands of Sipes. Bryant on the elbow, looking to hand off, does the Boughton, and she's going to get bumped from behind and will go to the line.
Nice job by Jill going into attack mode there, trying to get to the cup, absorbing the contact, and the referee is going to issue her a shooting foul, so a couple more free throws coming up here for the Freddies.
That's the first on Maddie Klein. As Jill makes the first on her first free throw attempt of the evening. Jill, a 62% free throw shooter this season. Gets the Lady Freddies to 30. 4 points for Jill, it's 38-30.
And I think this is going to be a key stretch here these last 4.5 minutes for Fredericktown to try to see if they can stay in the game.
Take a look at the replay. The scoop layup no good. Vermilya coming out of nowhere, but knocks it out of bounds, and Fredericktown will get possession. Big possession for Fredericktown. They've been exchanging buckets with Loudonville, but now they have a chance to get a back-to-back possession with scores.
Yeah, no question. Like I said, I think that these last several minutes here of the quarter are going to go a long way to determining the outcome here for Fredericktown. If they can hang around here, cut into this 8-point deficit, looking like we're going to get a great game heading into money time.
Sipes wanted to go to Carpenter, but she turned her back. Nice job by Sipes to stop the pivot foot, but she turns it over anyway. So the defense of Loudonville starting to heat it up here as Fredericktown has their 12th turnover of the game with 3:55 left in the third. Spangler will get the inbounds.
That's where the Birds are at their best with her running the point. Vermilya out on the wing.
Almost turned over. But Williams gets the save, kicks it left side. Spangler to the hole, puts it up and in.
Yeah, crafty move right there. Went right at the defender, forced her to make a choice, and then had the body control to float that one up and in. Big points.
6 points for her. It's 40-30 on the other end. The shot's no good, but an offensive board by Bryant kicks it out to Boughton, now to Carpenter.
Second offensive rebound by Bryant at her season average, and they're going to get some points out of it. Callie with the left hand, good off the square.
15 for Callie. It's back to an 8-point game. Right side, 3 for Williams. Yes.
And that's what Jenna does. She basically lives out beyond the perimeter.
First points for Jenna tonight. She averages 7.2. Freddies break the press, gets it inside. Kit Bellman scores.
Good back and forth action going right here. The last 3 buckets, all good for both of these units.
Vermilya with the fake and the take.
Wow. I mean, that's the best commentary I got for you right there, to be able to step through like that, switch to the left so carelessly. I mean, she's awesome.
95% of players would have gone down the middle of the lane, but no, she fakes them out and goes the other way. And we'll get a foul, but I want to see the replay of that take one more time, Brian. Just right here, whoop. And it wasn't even a crossover. She just went from the right hand to the left with her take.
Yeah, and just showing a little bit of the ball, switching it to the right hand before she went up and elevated with the left-handed layup.
That was Wolford's first foul as Sipes misses the first free throw.
And you got to credit Corri with the 3 fouls at halftime. She's done a nice job to keep herself in the game, and also give some love to Coach Bates for switching up schematically what they're doing here on defense, taking her off of Callie Carpenter, and she's been able to avoid picking up number 4.
Sipes misses both free throws on the other end. Quick shot, no good, and back will come Fredericktown. 2 minutes left in the third, 45-34 Loudonville. Sipes gets a double screen from Boughton. She didn't even mean to and got 2 players off of that. And inside is Carpenter, and we'll go back to the line. So a lot of fouls here in this third quarter as Wolford picks up her second.
Coach Maseko moving around Callie Carpenter, getting her at different spots on the floor, this time utilizing her talents down on the block where she draws the foul and getting back to the free throw line.
Carpenter's 1 of 2 so far tonight from the line. Hits the first. .158 left in the third. Offense has picked up here in this quarter for both teams. 17 now for Callie Carpenter. And honestly, this has just been the story of 2 point guards on either sides tonight, with Vermilya and Carpenter taking over. Vermilya, step back off the glass, too strong, offensive rebound. Gets it back out to her. And a foul against Kit Bellman.
Yeah, put the left hand in the small of Corri's back.
It'll actually be against Carpenter. Her first. 5-4 are the fouls here in quarter 3. Felix gets it into Vermilya, kicks it back out to Strauss. Spangler for 3, too strong, but saved by Loudonville. Vermilya for a deep 3, in and out. Another offensive board put back, no good, and a foul. Now earlier off that 3, it looked like the ball might have hit the wire up top, but they let it play on.
That's definitely the case that Coach Tim Maseko is trying to make. He's really frustrated having a conversation with one of the referees right now. Obviously, they can't go back in time and change the call at this point, and it turns out to be a tough break because after that point, Loudonville 2 more offensive rebounds, and they're going to cash them in.
Made them both. 11 offensive rebounds for Loudonville here in this game. Nearly got the turnover, but again, frustration here for Fredericktown. .73 seconds left in the third. Barely gets it into Sipes. Sipes, closely guarded, gets it left side to Bryant. Deflected up and saved by Bellman. Sipes fakes the 3, she'll drive it in. Layup shot, just off the iron. Back comes Loudonville with under a minute left. Vermilya. Cross to Wolford. 3 in the air for Strauss, too strong. Into the hands of Carpenter.
Spangler applying some nice pressure right there to force Callie to give it up. So we're down close to 30 seconds left, and Sipes gets bumped here on her penetration, and she's been starting to turn her motor up a little bit. We haven't seen Gracie Sipes be able to get to the rack like she's been accustomed to since her return 8 games ago.
That's going to be the third on Strauss. And for the remainder of the game, Fredericktown, any non-player control foul will put them into the bonus. However, that pass too strong. Last touched by Jill Boughton, and it's another turnover. 30 seconds left in the third. Spangler into the lane. Gets it back to Vermilya. She Euro steps, puts it up and in.
Fancy footwork right there by Corri, making that whole thing happen as she adds to her point total and just one shy of her season average of 29. Kid's awesome.
Sipes with 5 seconds, spins, 3 seconds. Over the, tried to get it in the Boughton, instead it's stolen away, and that's how the quarter will end. We've played 3 in the cage. It's a 13-point lead for the Lady Birds as we head to Money Time live and free on the OH Report.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Hit him with it, Ski.
It's money time here inside of the bird cage, and the first check cash belongs to this young lady, Callie Carpenter. She's been dynamite all night.
20 points, 5 threes. It's a 10-point game once again as we begin quarter number 4 from the cage. A great tournament tune-up for both sides. Vermilya takes it to the hole, and she's fouled, but let's show you the first bucket of the fourth quarter.
Excellent offense, suck in a couple of defenders, wide open. It's Callie Carpenter. I'm not sure how. Have they not been paying attention? That's her 5th, count them 5 three-pointers tonight for Callie. Got to be a career high for her.
Absolutely, or at least close. We've seen her hit some shots like that earlier this season, too. Vermilya misses the first free throw. That's the 3rd foul on Kit Bellman. So now that's the 3rd Lady Freddie with at least 3 fouls. Vermilya had 3 fouls at the end of the half, but since has not fouled once. She has 29. It's 50-39. Sipes, right side, double team. Somehow gets it to Boughton. Boughton's going to try to 3. Yes, nothing but nylon.
That's exactly how Fredericktown can start getting themselves back into this game with that 3-point arc. Knock down a couple of more, but you can't allow an open look like that. Catching a little break.
Get bailed out with it. Both Boughton sisters as well as Carpenter have the ability to hit the 3, and they're going to need all 3 to do that here in this fourth quarter. 8-point game. Carpenter, guarded by Strauss, gets a screen, gets it into Sipes. Sipes loses the handle, though, and turns it over. The 15th against the Lady Freddies. Quickly ahead, Strauss to the lane, scoop layup, good.
Tough shot at that angle. She wasn't going directly at the rim or coming in at a particular angle where it would have been easy to bank it, so that was a harder shot than it appeared. She made it look easy.
Strauss averaging 3 points per game. She's at 4. Carpenter, give and go to Boughton, puts it up and in.
Wow. Great two-lady game right there. I think that was a tough pass to make, but those two, the eye contact after they had it, she went back door and just put right on the money.
Another 3 too strong. So we take a look at the nice give and go, and that's a tough shot. She's still kind of off the bump that she had and was still able to get that nice scoop for the score. That's her 9th point. Fredericktown with some balance, Brian. 9 by Boughton, 7 from Sipes, and then 20 from Carpenter, where Vermilya's really had to carry Loudonville. 29, the closest to her is 6 by Spangler.
Yet they have the 8-point cushion right here. Freddies trying to eat away at
Nice
it, though.
Look.
That's what they'll do. Callie continuing to add to her point total, 22 points now. Timeout taken by Tyler Bates. He's seen enough here as the offense, I believe, has been perfect so far for the Freddies to open up the 4th.
So we take a look at the nice dish. Ball movement, went around, went to the top of the key, but a quick reversal allowed that shot to get through. As we have our timeout here with 5:53 remaining. Both teams with 6 fouls, so both sides, if it's not a player control foul, will be shooting at least a 1-and-1 the rest of the way. Ella Boughton, the only player with 4 fouls on either side. And why don't we welcome everybody back in that are watching live and free this evening, Brian?
Hey, guys. Thanks for tuning in here on the OH Report YouTube channel 1 and on the Facebook. Love seeing you out there, and make sure you keep throwing some nuggets at us in the comment section. That way we can make you a part of the broadcast. Love making the fan zone the biggest part of the game here on the OH Report.
Also, Brian, if you could kind of zoom in to the stands where you're at, a little bit left. In there is Miss Sebo, the former all-time leading scorer in Loudonville history. They're going to have a little presentation after the game, so we'll have that for you live and free right here. As we're witnessing a great back and forth between Corri Vermilya and Callie Carpenter this evening. Wolford, top of the key, gets it left side to Williams. Now the Vermilya. Spins, right side now. Wolford into the lane, puts it up off the back iron, no good. Boughton gets the rebound, will get a jump ball. No, we're gonna get a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, I think that's the proper call. As you see Jill here, she's got 2 hands on the basketball, and then it's a little bit of a reach in, and probably more arm than ball. So 1-and-1 opportunity coming up.
Wolford's 3rd, and now a big opportunity for Fredericktown to get back in this with points with the clock stopped.
Yeah, 5:26 remaining, and they're going to be at least in the single bonus here for the next couple of defensive fouls. And then after 10, of course, we'll go to a 2-shot foul opportunity.
First free throw up and good. Boughton in the double digits. And we said this earlier in the night, don't let the record deceive you of the Lady Freddies. They're finally back to 100%. And, you know, playing, it's tough that they got to play Worthington Christian, but hey, see if they can put up a fight. As Spangler goes coast to coast.
Yeah, I really love the dynamic that she's able to bring the equation off of the bench. She's a really gifted offensive presence for them, and always trying to go downhill, get to the basket, as she was able to do on that previous possession.
6-point lead now for the Lady Birds, 54-48. Skip past the Boughton. She'll drive it into the lane. Layup shot, good. 54-50.
And Jill's capable. She's a nice big body, but likes to play out on the wing. She shot it well from 3, so forced the defender to come out and pressure her, able to get the blow by and get all the way to the rack.
She scored 9 of the team's last 11 points. That shot was all but down, and the Lady Freddies now have a chance to make this a 1-possession game, believe it or not. Sipes over the Boughton. Boughton's going to try a 3. In and out as well, but Bryant puts it back up and in.
Huge shot. The Freddies bench going bananas over here just to my right.
Bryant's first bucket of the day comes off an offensive board. Now on the other end, Vermilya is going to go back to the line. That's going to be Sipes' 4th. So take a look at Maya Bryant. And Fredericktown starting to feel that confidence once again.
The game for the Freddies, number 24,
Vermilya, 3 of her last 6 from the free throw line as well. Big free throws coming up for her here as we're at the midway point of the fourth quarter. Got the first. 30 for Miss Vermilya. My score sheet only goes to 30.
So she better chill it out, huh?
Well, I'll just add another line below. 31.
Enough to make that allows them to get into their full court pressure here. And especially
that's a jump ball.
Grace Sipes just picking up that fourth foul. She had to head over to the bench. She's their top ball handler, so without her presence on the floor, allowing Loudonville to get up and feast here with that full court pressure.
And how about the presence from Wolford? She has 3 fouls, but she still went right for the jump ball and got the change of possession. Backdoor cut, Vermilya puts it up, counted and one.
Raw motion there on Corri's face. She has been hounded by Kit Bellman off the ball. Able to use that to her advantage right there. Kit trying to jump into the passing lane, went back door. Nice catch, even better finish. And at the line, going for points, what, number 34 here?
Yeah. And she got it. 34 points for Corri Vermilya. Now, we'll let you know she scored 59 earlier in a win, a 3-point win over a good Mansfield senior team.
Yeah, 15th best scoring performance all time in the history of the state, regardless of division. Crazy.
Ball deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Fredericktown. They had it down to 2, but a 5-0 Lady Bird run has them back up by 7. Inbounds to Jill Boughton. She's going to get fouled and will go to the line. Felix called for her second. And it's not on the hands, but it's the push.
Yeah, she was contesting a little bit there too aggressively. And that's going to put Boughton on the line. She was money her previous trip.
We have a comment on YouTube. Please show Corri at the end finding out she's broken the record. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah. Big reason why we're here tonight is for that special festivity. And again, hey.
Don't tell her yet.
It's a surprise.
Yes.
She's kind of busy right now, so I don't think that anybody's going to let her know just yet.
Jill goes 1 of 2, makes it a 6-point game. Vermilya puts it up, and she's going to be fouled. This is where Loudonville can now win the game if they can hit their free throws.
Number 3, Gracie Lester.
Gracie Lester called for her first foul.
And I thought that was fairly well defended, actually, by the Freddies. Just Corri, such a special talent, able to jump in between two Fredericktown defensive players right there to make that one happen. Took the contact, and now she's at the free throw line looking to add to her point total and extend this lead out. Try to get it closer to double digits. And just it was a couple minutes ago, Fredericktown was right back in the game. Things starting to spiral a little bit out of their favor. So Coach Maseko getting the TO, trying to settle some things down and motivate their girls to try to make a strong push here. Still plenty of time to get back in this game. Hope Vermilya is able to miss at least one of these free throws. And offense, you just got to start making it happen here. I'd probably try to get Grace Sipes back in the game, and looks like that's exactly what they've done.
And we're just getting into our game this weekend. We got a lot coming at you tomorrow, including the KMAC Girls Bowling Championships tomorrow, the KMAC Boys Bowling Championships on Saturday.
Come on.
And then a lot of live and free basketball for you. Colonel Crawford Mohawk, Carey Upper Sandusky Boys tomorrow night live and free. And then on Saturday, Colonel Crawford Upper Sandusky Girls, as well as Upper Sandusky Shelby Boys. I'll be on the call with both of those with Joe Baylog. And then Licking Valley Fredericktown, the Lady Freddies senior night. We'll have that for you live and free.
A lot of action.
Vermilya nails the first.
And I can't believe I'm saying this, but of all those events that are going on, I'm probably most excited for the bowling.
I cannot wait. Myself, Hayden Gray, and Adam Thompson are going to be there tomorrow. 5 o'clock, I believe, is the start for the girls, but I'm just excited to see how it goes. Maybe get my Ernie McCracken going on a little bit, you know. It's going to be a fun time. Because we at the OH Report don't just do basketball and football. We want to show you all the sports. We're kind of like the wide world of sports that ABC did back in the day. Great pass ahead, layup missed, but an offensive board put back. That didn't go. and it'll be a foul against Loudonville. Tough, tough break for the Lady Birds.
Oh, wow. And this is exactly what Fredericktown needed. You avoid potential disaster there with the putback that would have stretched it out to a 10-point cushion. Now you can totally flip the script here. This is your last attempt at a 1-and-1. And matter of fact, that's going to be the case for both units who have 9 team fouls each. But these are key free throws on the way.
Got the first. Gracie Lester with her first points of the night. That was her first free throw attempt and make of the season, and she makes them both. Talk about pressure situation for your first charity stripe attempts of the season. And she'll check out. 61-55.
That's awesome. Come in, do your job.
Get a nice fist bump from Coach.
Get a little atta girl.
Nearly a walk, but Vermilya with the great look.
Even better pass than the finish right there. On cue, on time, and on the money with the delivery.
38 for Corri. Carpenter looking to answer, gets into the lane. Tried to pass it, but it's deflected away. The 17th Fredericktown turnover. Vermilya on the other end puts it up. Scoop layup, no good. Offensive boards blocked by Boughton. And then knocked out of bounds. It will go back to Fredericktown as we take a look at the nice backdoor pass for Vermilya.
And that's the second time we've seen her do that here in this fourth quarter with Kit Bellman. All on her like white on rice, not allowing any room to breathe. But if you can sneak in those passes just like that, it's worked out for some nice offense.
Carpenter. Double team, gets it over to Boughton. Then ahead to Sipes. Nice catch to keep it alive. Right side, 3 in the air. Too strong, rebound to Vermilya, and she's going to go back to the line.
Corri Vermilya can go up to 40 points here on this trip to the charity stripe. I mean, just single-handedly willing her team to victory here on offense.
And a funny story for you folks. Yesterday when Coach Bates said that, you know, she's getting close, we thought he said she was 36 away? Well, she would have hit it anyway, even if it was 36. Only one, but even with 36, she would have just surpassed it here moments ago. Because she's now at 39. If she is not in the discussion for D3 Play of the Year, I don't know how that is voted on.
Numbers speak for themselves. The one thing that really isn't on her resume, though, is that this is a team that's been getting knocked out early so far in the tournament, and they're going to have to take on the #1 seed when they get to the districts, assuming that they are able to win a sectional championship. So the road not easy yet again for them. However, you'd think a player this special would be able to rise to the occasion and try to get them to their first regional with Corri on the squad.
Lady Birds playing keep away now with 2 minutes left. Nearly gets the strip, but it'll be knocked out of bounds to stay with Loudonville with 2:03 remaining, and Coach Maseko will get a timeout. 65-55 with 2 minutes remaining, and a pretty darn good basketball game between two good teams now. 13-5 Loudonville after one. You thought this was going to be a runaway, but then Fredericktown got their feet underneath of them, started coming back, and in the third quarter, they had it down to 2 points.
Well, they've been playing with a lot of confidence heading into today. Winners of 3 straight, trying to extend that. Came out a little bit slow. Corri, she's been steady all night long, and definitely looking like they're going to put this game away if they can knock down a few more free throws and just keep up the heavy defensive pressure as they've applied throughout the entire night.
Hello to our pirate ship, Tanner. Cardington beats Olentangy Berlin 51-49 in overtime. As Vermilya gets 42. Cardington with a huge win before the tournament.
Yeah, that is. That's a team that's been struggling a little bit, definitely for their standards.
Wolford gets it back out to Vermilya, and she'll back it out with 1:40 left. Takes it in, nice pass inside the lane. Too strong, though. Fredericktown will come back out with it, down 12. Boughton.
Yeah, got to start making some threes here.
Sipes into the lane, puts it up, and misses. Corri slows it down with 80 seconds left.
And we don't track individual rebounds. I got to imagine Corri's had a double-double tonight.
She misses the tough bunny. Great strip. Into the lane, Wolford, no! Like there's a lid on the hoop now in the last 2 minutes. Carpenter's gonna try the deep three, short. Offensive board by Sipes, and she's gonna get fouled. She'll go to the line with 50 seconds left. Corri looks exhausted.
She's put a lot into tonight. Early on in the contest, she was one-on-one with Carpenter defensively. And that's what I love about players like Corri Vermilya. I think that her spirit creature truly probably should be the praying mantis if it's not already, just because of that killer instinct that she has. And she always wants to take on the best of the best. Took on the challenge of guarding their best player in this contest before she got 3 fouls, and none here in the second half, Travis. She's been perfect at trying to execute defensively. She's got 3 forced steals in the second half without fouling.
40 seconds left. 1 of 2 was Sipes from the line. And we'll get a foul, and Vermilya will have a chance to get to 44. That'll be Jill's third, Jill Boughton's third. Now, we normally go to break right after the game. We're going to keep it here. We don't want to miss any of the post-game festivities with Miss Vermilya.
Because even though Tyler informed us that it would be happening, he did not give great details, just said, you're going to want to be involved.
So, yeah, we will get to our break at some point, but everybody stay here because we are sticking it here at the Birdcage.
And, I mean, what a performance for Corri to have this special night be about her passing the all-time school.
And she don't even know about it yet.
She has no clue. She's got 44 points, at least 10 rebounds, got to be closing in on 7-8 steals too. It's just been an unbelievable all-around night for a girl that does it consistently, night in, night out, puts in the work on and off the floor. It's a great kid.
Boughton will go to the line. 2 points only tonight. Make it 3.
In the game for the Redbirds, number 24, Sophie Lee. Replacing Maddie Klein.
Maddie Klein, the senior, gets her curtain call.
Checks out and getting a big hug right now from Coach Bates. A couple taps on the shoulder.
Misses the second. .20 seconds left. Vermilya with the ball, and we'll get a timeout by Coach Bates as he's going to make a substitution. And they'll let Corri check out. She finishes with 44, as now the all-time leading scorer. We'll watch the final 19 seconds from the bench and get a much-needed break. Great night here thus far at Loudonville, Brian.
Coach Maseko as well is going to empty out his bench, get his junior varsity players in here for the last 20 seconds, get them a little taste here of the big leagues.
Big league? What'd you say?
And it has been a super fun night to be here. As you mentioned, they kick-started it with the 8th grade championships in the Mid-Buckeye Conference, won by Loudonville, a team that's been running havoc through this league at every single level. So big congratulations to them for winning yet another conference title, something that the varsity did this year, and almost an and one for a player fresh off the bench that competed in the JV game earlier.
And that's going to be the 5th on Ella Boughton. She'll finish with 3 points tonight.
Sophie Lee at the line for the Redbirds.
So everything decided except for the final score.
In the game for the Freddies, number 5.
First free throw missed. 70. Boughton across the timeline, loses the handle. 3 seconds, 2, 3 in the air at the buzzer, is in! And that's how the game will end. But Loudonville wins it 70 to 60, and we're going to keep it here. I'm going to throw this down to the PA announcer, and we'll get things going with Miss Vermilya.
Ladies and gentlemen, stick around for a special presentation. Here's head coach, Tyler Bates.
Hey fans, real quick here, we got 3 things tonight before we leave. Most importantly, I want one more round of applause for Maddie Klein for her last home game. Second, this was our last regular season home game, but next Saturday, we've got a tournament game right here, and it needs to be really loud. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next Saturday. Okay, that's the second thing. Lastly, Emily Sebo, are you here? Come on, come out here. We're gonna do something right now here real quick, okay? So, 50 years of Loudonville High School basketball. Emily's the all-time leading scorer, rebounder, three-pointers, and block shots. 50 years of Loudonville basketball. Give her a hand for that. Now, here's what I'll say. Emily had 1,588 points. That was the school record until tonight. Corri, come out here. Corri went over 1,600 points tonight in her career and broke the school record for points. I'm really proud of both of these girls. Let's give them a hand. Let's give them a hand. Congratulations, Corri. Go Birds.
There she is, the all-time leading scorer in Loudonville history. We're going to take a break. When we come back, our post-game show, the MVP, and much more, and you know who we're going to talk to. That is the all-time leading scorer, Corri Vermilya. You're watching Girls High School Hoops, live and free, right here on the OH Report.
show, starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I was soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. And don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine, don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Tonight's girls high school basketball live stream brought to you live and free right here on the OH Report, thanks to our generous sponsors, CES Credit Union. Everyone is working for your best interest at CES Credit Union, your local choice for all of your financial needs. Frito Lay, we are driven and inspired by our purpose, food that matters for life's moments. Moo Design Co, laser designs with you in mind. A personalized home decor, gift, and business marketing company. Park National Bank, where you mean more. Bartman Outdoor Vehicles, brand new Spark zero-turn lawn mowers, Intimidator UTVs, and Icon golf carts, 0% for 48 months financing, with auctions available, located in Loudonville and Mansfield. And Shrivers Pharmacy. Shrivers Pharmacy wishes the Redbirds good luck and always play with heart. We'll take one more break and be back with the Shrivers Pharmacy post-game, as well as our CES Credit Union MVP. Right after this, you're watching Girls High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Enough about me, let's start the show, starring me.
Hop in the car, watch it go vroom, vroom. I told her mom that I was soon. Knew as a child back in the womb. Oh, told her step back, I need my room. Hop in the car, watch it go vroom. I'm in a whip, so I gotta zoom. They tryna talk, they not in the room. I've been so real, I'm dead to the tomb. They in the way.
Coffee light on the soy milk and gently stirred. And don't forget the sugar this time either.
I'm doing fine, don't see the vision, they looking so blind. I hit my lawyer, don't got the time. Crossing my T's and he dying.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, At Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Time now for our CES Credit Union MVP, and you all know who the MVP is. It's the Loudonville all-time leading scorer, good grief, guard Corri Vermilya. Just a ho-hum 44 points as the Lady Birds knock off Fredericktown 70-60. Corri, congratulations. You're just telling us during the break you didn't even know this was going to happen, did you?
Nope, had no idea.
Grandma, who's watching right now, shout out to Grandma. She almost gave it away before all the surprise, but your mom was able to break it. But just how does it feel knowing that not only you still have another year left, but you're the all-time leading scorer in Loudonville basketball history?
It definitely feels awesome knowing that I have so many great players ahead of me that did it before I did and set the way before I could. So it feels awesome, but you know, like I hope that we get all those games so we can keep scoring more points as a team, beating teams like we did Fredericktown and all that. So yeah.
Don't let their record deceive you. They're back to 100%. They're a really good team.
Yep.
And it seemed like it was like a carbon copy of you guys. You guys like to be right up in their grill defensively. They did the same thing. What were they able to do early to kind of frustrate you guys?
So, you know, I think we did jump on them in the very beginning of the game, and then obviously they started to come back a little bit. I think we played really hard on defense to come out, and then we took a few plays off, I would say, honestly. And obviously they were very physical under the rim, big girls under there. So, I mean, I think we did a good job guarding them, but then we just needed to keep up with the guards and play team defense, I think, yeah.
They had it down to 2 points in the third quarter, but then you guys took over. You know, what did Coach Bates tell you guys around that point to allow you, you know, to wake up and kind of pull away?
Kind of like you just said, yeah, wake up, we need to play hard, and he said we need to grind out stops on defense, and I think we did that. I think we rebounded well, and we turned them over and did what we were supposed to do.
Moving forward, you know, you got I think you have one more game left in the regular season.
This Saturday.
And then you get a sectional final here at home. First, what do you guys want to work on in that final regular season game, and then what do you need to do to be successful and get another sectional championship?
Well, we play Columbia Saturday, and obviously they're a great team this year, as they were last year too. So we have to come out and do what we're supposed to do, work hard in practice tomorrow, follow the game plan, whatever Coach Bates tells us to do, we need to do it. We need to execute, do what we're supposed to do on defense and offense. And then next week, just work really hard in practice for that sectional final game and play from there and see where that can take us and see where the work that we put in can take us.
Do you guys feel that you guys can win a district championship with what you have?
If we play our best, I think we can play with anyone. I've said it before, but, you know, we have to come out and give 100% every play, no taking plays off, and I really do think we can play with anyone.
All right, Corri, last as always, if you want to look into the camera, give anybody a shout-out, go for it. I'm going to shout out my grandparents in Florida again. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys so much. All right, there you have it, the Loudonville all-time leading scorer, Corri Vermilya, a ho-hum, 44 points. Congratulations. Go celebrate. There's a lot of cupcakes and stuff out there. Go get yourself some. Thank you so much. Thank you, Corri, our MVP. As well, we'll hand it right back to Brian Skoronsky here. Thank you very much, Corri, as we welcome you inside the post-game show brought to you by Shrivers Pharmacy. Brian, like I said, she's got to be the best player in Division III basketball and a very well-versed student athlete as well. One of the better interviews we usually get.
Yeah, what's so great about Corri is that she truly is the epitome of a team player. You look at all the points and everything that she does in terms of the accolades and now the all-time leading scorer and this and that, and she put up 44 tonight. However, if you told Corri you would score 0 per night but your team would win every single game, she'd do it. She just seems like that type of style of athlete that I think it's secondary to her, all the accomplishments that she's going to continue to achieve and the mountaintops that she'll climb. She's the type of player that just wants to win, have a good time with her girls, and so far she's checking a lot of boxes. But when they get into tournament time, as you just heard her talk about, it's an uphill battle. They're going to have to play some really good teams to win the district championship, something that's eluded them so far during her career. We'll see if she's elevated her game to another level where she can put them on her back, as she had to do tonight, to try to carry them to a victory and get on to her first regional.
Let's take a look at the final stats brought to you by Shrivers Pharmacy. 70-60 the final. Field goals 22-17, and they outshot Fredericktown from the foul line 21-17. But like in the first half, Fredericktown 8-3 from beyond the arc that kept them in this game. However, the turnovers was the difference. Loudonville didn't turn the ball over maybe once or twice in that second half, but Fredericktown turned it over 19 total times. That pretty much was the difference. Also missing 10 free throws. That hurts as well in a close game.
I'm going to have to ask Tyler how many of those turnovers were Corri Vermilya steals, because my gut tells me that there were bare minimum 6 or 7, which is just her season average. She was shooting in on the outskirts of the perimeter and making great plays throughout the course of the night. The full court pressure, it gave Fredericktown fits, especially after the foul trouble started getting in the way and they had to put Grace Sipes on the bench. So even though they were able to close the gap, it was just that stat, the turnovers, the giveaways that ended up putting them back out of contention and allowed the Redbirds to run away with this game towards the end and get that double-digit victory.
That's just about all we have for this evening. The final score 70-60 in favor of the Lady Birds of Loudonville. Next up for Fredericktown, a game you'll see live and free on Saturday.
Yep.
Taking on Licking Valley. Senior night from Fredericktown as we honor Grace Sipes. Like at Loudonville, only one senior, and that's got to be a great sight for Lady Freddy fans that they're starting to get it together this year, but you have almost everybody coming back. And this is a team that also played without Grace for half the season. So, great things to come. Not this year probably, but they have a chance in the future to really get some wins.
I just had a brief conversation with Tyler Bates about just that before we came back on air. He said he was really impressed with just a collection of talent that they have at Fredericktown, and thought that they battled hard. And if they can get those Boughton sisters to play a little bit more in the paint, they definitely can be a force to be reckoned with. We saw Jill with a few block shots tonight. Ella didn't play up to her standards, and her potential was kind of held in check offensively, but you expect she's going to continue to blossom and be that number 2 running mate to go alongside Callie Carpenter, who was fantastic tonight. I think probably the best offensive performance I've seen her play all season long.
Do you have a comment from Shannon Sprang? How do we get you to cover more Loudonville games, Brian?
Well, all we need is some sponsor support, of course, and it looks like we were able to generate that today. So big shout out and love to the community effort and the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Got to give you guys 2
Big
thumbs
shout out
up.
to them.
They don't normally do what they did for us today, but they put out an email blast and said, hey, we got a girl who's going to do some special things tonight. Let's ensure that we can get a live stream, because this was kind of a last-minute throw together by Tyler to try to get us out here. And we love Coach Bates and the program. Obviously, I think that the tremendous success they've had speaks for itself, and we will be back over here definitely for tournament time. We're already trying to schedule it out so that we can have their sectional championship and then see them at districts if they are to get to Worcester.
And if you would like to sponsor, either shoot us a message on Facebook or
Sure.
email Brian. It's just Brian@OH.REPORT.
Sure.
No .com. It's just Brian, B-R-I-A-N, @OH.REPORT, and we'll get you hooked up. We're not done for the weekend, though, Brian. Coming up tomorrow, first basketball-wise, Colonel Crawford at Mohawk basketball. That's a big one. Mohawk's still going for a Northern 10 championship. And then the other team fighting for a Northern 10 title, Corri at Upper Sandusky. You're going to be there, correct?
I will be at that game. I'm calling it with the one and only Hall of Famer Jill Baylog. So Corri trying to maintain their 1-game edge over the competition in the Northern 10 Conference. Uppers having not so great of a season for them. But it's always a fun night anytime 2 rivals get together, and that's exactly what those 2 schools are, separated by just a few miles.
And then a highlight of Clear Fork at Shelby basketball, but the big one, the one I'm most excited for, I'll be at it, the KMAC Girls Bowling Championship starting at 5 o'clock. Myself, Hayden Gray, and Adam Thompson will be there. And then on Saturday morning/afternoon, we'll have the Boys Championship. So that's going to wrap it up here from the Bird Cage on a historic night, also a night to honor Maddie Klein, the senior. I want to thank everybody that helped make things possible. Brian Skoronsky on the 1s and 2s. He's CEO, president, janitor, does everything. Moo Design Company, our scoreboard sponsor. CES Credit Union, our MVP sponsor. Shrivers Pharmacy, our pre-post-game halftime sponsor. Bartman Outdoor Vehicles, our replay sponsor. Park National Bank and Frito Lay, our commercial sponsors. We want to thank the fine folks here at Loudonville High School, Tyler Bates and the athletic department for allowing us to be here tonight. Want to thank the Loudonville Chamber of Commerce also, like you said, for getting these sponsors for tonight and for the tournament run.
Big shout out.
But most importantly, we want to thank you, the fans, for watching. Loudonville behind 44 from Corri Vermilya, the new all-time leading scorer at Loudonville. Knock off Fredericktown 70-60. For Brian Skoronsky, I'm Travis Berardi saying so long from Loudonville.